Today, we are diving into a really clever data structure that's all about one thing: priority. It's called a heap, and it's the engine behind a super powerful and elegant sorting algorithm called Heapsort. But before we get into all the technical stuff, let's just think about where this idea of priority even shows up in the real world. Right, so picture a hospital emergency room. In a situation like that, you can't just do first come, first served, right? I mean, lives are on the line. You need a system that can immediately figure out who the highest priority patient is. And it's the same thing for a computer processor that's juggling dozens of tasks at once. How on earth does it know what to do next? Well, that is exactly what we're talking about today. Turns out, computer science has this brilliant solution for this exact problem. It's a way of organizing information so that finding the single most important thing is unbelievably fast and efficient. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll start with a basic structure, a binary tree. Then, we'll get into exactly what a heap is. After that, we'll look at how it keeps itself in perfect order. And finally, we'll see the big payoff, the heap sort algorithm itself. Okay, so before we can even begin to understand a heap, we need to get our heads around its fundamental building block, and that is something called a binary tree. It's actually a pretty simple but really powerful idea. You've got a root node at the top, and every node below it can have, at most, two children, one on the left and one on the right. This whole parent-child relationship, that's the key to everything that's about to follow. Okay, now that we've got the basic tree concept down, let's get to the main event. You see, a heap isn't just any old binary tree. It's a special kind, one with some very strict rules. And here they are, the two golden rules. First up is the structural property. The tree has to be as compact as possible. It's always filled from left to right with absolutely no gaps. And second, and this is the crucial part, the order property. Any parent node must be greater than or equal to both of its children. This, by the way, is called a max heap. You could have a min heap, where the parent is always smaller, but for today, we're focusing on the max heap. And that second rule leads to this really cool consequence. Think about it. If every single parent is bigger than its children, all the way down, what does that mean for the one node at the very top? Well, it has to be the biggest element in the entire structure. And that is what makes heaps so perfect for priority tasks. The most important item is always right there. Now, this is where it gets really clever. We visualize it as this tree on the left, right? But inside a computer's memory, it's just a simple, super efficient array, like what you see on the right. By just using a basic array, it's incredibly fast and doesn't waste memory. And this is only possible because of that strict no gaps structural rule we talked about. And the way the computer navigates this tree is with ridiculously simple math. For any item at index I in the array, its left child is always at index 2i, and its right child is at 2i plus 1. Need to find the parent? Just divide the index by 2. It's just an elegant and blazingly fast way to maintain that tree structure without any complicated overhead. So we've got this perfectly ordered structure. But, what happens when we add a new element or something changes? How does the heap fix itself to make sure it's still following those golden rules? This is the key question, right? If we break that order property, if a parent is suddenly smaller than one of its kids, the whole system falls apart. The biggest element might not be at the top anymore, so we're going to need a procedure to restore the order. Let's look at a real example here. In this heap, the node with the value 4 has a child, 14. Well, 4 is clearly less than 14, so our golden rule is broken right there. This single problem means we can no longer trust that the root holds the maximum value. The entire guarantee of the heap is compromised. So the fix begins by swapping the out-of-place node with its largest child. The 4 and 14 trade places. Now, this solves the immediate problem, but did we maybe just create a new one further down the tree? Yep, we did. Now the 4 is a parent to 8 and 7, and it's still smaller. So the process just repeats itself. The 4 swaps again, kind of trickling down the tree until it finally lands at a spot where it's no longer smaller than its children. And just like that, the order is fully restored. This whole trickle-down fix actually has a name. It's called max heapify. And it is the single most important operation for a heap. It's the self-correcting mechanism that makes sure the heap properties are always maintained. Okay, so we've built the structure and we know how to fix it when it breaks. Let's move on to the final section and see how we can use all of this to create an incredibly powerful sorting algorithm. The logic behind Heapsort is just beautiful in its simplicity. First, you take your messy data and build a max heap. Then you just start a loop. You swap the largest item at the very top with the very last item in the heap. Then you mentally remove that last item, it's now sorted. And you run our max heapify procedure on the new top element to fix the order. You just do that over and over again until the whole thing is sorted. Let's see it in action. So here's our starting point. We've taken an array of numbers and we've organized it into a perfect max heap. And just like we'd expect, the largest element, 7, is sitting right there at the top, ready for us. Okay, step 1, we swap the root, 7, with the very last element in our heap. And just like that, the 7 is now sitting at the end of the array, which is exactly where the largest number belongs in a sorted list. That one element is now in its final sorted position. We're not going to touch it again. Of course, that swap totally broke our heap property at the top. So we do two things. First, we mentally shrink our heap by one element, basically ignoring the now sorted 7. Then we run max heapify on the new root to restore order. This whole process finds the next largest element in what's left of the heap, in this case 4, and brings it right to the top, ready for the next. And we just keep doing this. Swap the new root to the end of the smaller heap, run max heapify, and do it again and again and again. Each time we're just plucking the next largest element and putting it in its final resting place. And the result? A perfectly sorted array. It's so satisfying. And you know what's truly brilliant about Heapsort isn't just that it works, but how efficiently it works. It's what's known as an in-place algorithm. Did you notice we never had to create a new separate array to store the sorted numbers? It does all the work right there within the original array, which saves a huge amount of memory. When you're dealing with massive data sets, this is an absolute game changer. And that really is the power of heaps. It's such an elegant solution to a fundamental problem. How do you efficiently manage priority? From your computer's operating system to the back end of a social media feed, it's all about keeping the most important thing at your fingertips. Which brings us right back to our first question. But now it's for you to answer.